Chapter 5. Vote for Me. As a committed carnivore, dedicated foodie, and advocate for nutrient-dense eating, I find it both amusing and disturbing that so many vegans are like meth addicts when it comes to wheat, in denial that it's nutritionally sabotaging their health via empty calories that cause blood sugar yo-yos and genetic engineering that causes God knows what, yet unable to get enough of the stuff. I found myself musing on this subject recently over brunch at one of my small island's few restaurants purporting to serve health food, when I observed a vegan couple, judging by their comments, at an adjacent table, overdosing on sourdough rolls, whole wheat pastries, spelt pasta, and stone-ground grits. I had to bite my tongue to keep from suggesting they try the intravenous gluten. Not that I have anything against vegans. Over the years, I've had lots of vegan friends, most of whom, I'm sad to relate, died tragically young of dietary deficiencies. When it comes to internal contradictions, vegans don't have brain farts, they have grain farts. Various studies have shown that plants react with abject panic when threatened with harm, yet vegans act as if animals are the only sentient creatures on the planet. Those of us not suffering from wheat brain know that practically all living creatures are sentient, with one annoying exception. Vegans, seriously. It seems fair to say vegans are all too happy to spare the fauna, but show no remorse at horrifying the flora. The next time you encounter a vegan chowing down on a freshly picked salad, understand that from the salad's point of view, this is a crime against nature. I was hoping veganism might finally run its course with the rise of the millennials, but if anything, it seems to be getting worse. Veganism strikes me as more like a fundamentalist religion than ever. As the late, great Anthony Bourdain put it in Kitchen Confidential, vegetarians and their Hezbollah-like splinter faction, the vegans, are a persistent irritant to any chef worth a damn. Can I get an amen? I find myself struggling with a love-hate relationship when it comes to millennials. Defined as someone who became an adult in the 21st century, millennials who act as if they have all the answers to society's problems often strike this quinquagenarian as having grown up too fast. This illusion lasts until I get lectured by one on the evils of eating meat, despite the existence of canines and humans for doing just that, or glimpse one with earbuds bicycling down a busy, unlit street on my small island at night while simultaneously vaping and viewing his smartphone. Then I realize millennials haven't grown up at all. They're just as stupidly and dangerously self-obsessed as the rest of us. Hardly anybody ever really grows up. I mean, consider that many people from my generation voted for Trump, and look how that turned out. Actually, I must confess that I sort of like Trump. If nothing else, he's actually funny, which is more than most politicians can say. Nevertheless, I observe the Donald tweeting away like our adolescent-in-chief while the Democrats do their damnedest to create Cold War 2.0 for purely political reasons and ask myself, isn't it possible to create a better society than one that elevates children to such positions of power? Who could possibly toe the party line in the face of such juvenile behavior? Bottom line, as a country, we're screwed. Speaking of country, living on a small island in the deep south means you're fated to hear a lot of country music. I have nothing against country music. I just deeply resent having it played in my presence or the presence of anyone I love. Today's version of country music makes The Bachelor seem like an authentic love story. Andy Warhol's paintings are more real than country music. Nashville is the new Hollywood, and country music stars are just like their Tinseltown counterparts. Fake, 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 down to their asinine accents and stupid hats. I should know. A close friend used to write lyrics for the country music industry. His rule of thumb, which made him quite successful, was to dumb everything down to a caveman level. Talk about prostituting yourself for a living. Nothing, not an IRS audit, not even waterboarding, is worse than having country music forced on you. Unfortunately, like shit, country music often just happens. As if they intend it for the ears of the merchant seamen anchored miles offshore. People hear broadcast country music while getting sloshed at the beach, zigzagging all over the paths on their bikes. Even worse, commandeering the cramped confines of my condo's pool. Having an inbred redneck tourist family from South Jesus, North Carolina show up poolside and blast Garth Brooks and Reba McEntire while I'm trying to work on my tan is more disturbing than liberal bias in the media. What if I showed up at their home in South Jesus and cranked up the Stooges from the comfort of their back porch hot tub? Could anything be more narcissistic than assuming other people automatically want to listen to your music? Come to think of it, maybe. Maybe a family member turning on the news while you're visiting is even more inconsiderate, because that shit fucks not just with your ears, but with your brain, too. On the subject of noise pollution, would you like to hear my solution to illegal immigration, or whatever half-baked euphemism you prefer to substitute for this term? Don't deport all illegals, just get rid of those armed with leaf blowers. Ask yourself this question. When did leaf blowers become de rigueur in landscaping? It makes you wonder how human civilization managed to survive all these thousands of years without them. Leaf blowers reach the height of absurdity when used, as they often are in these parts, just before or sometimes even during a thunderstorm. I'm not joking. The mentality is clearly, I get paid for leaf blowing, so I'm going to blow rain or shine, and blow they do. I've thought about running for mayor on a platform of outlawing leaf blowers and returning a sense of peace and tranquility to our palmetto-lined streets. Palm Springs, California just banned gas-powered, i.e. obnoxiously loud, leaf blowers. Why can't we one-up that and outlaw leaf blowers in general? So please, if you see my name on the ballot, don't vote for Pedro. Vote for me. Speaking of voting, living on a small island provides ample opportunity for reflecting on those who should be voted off the island. At the top of my list, you guessed it, are the tourists. Tourists come in all stripes, shapes, and sizes, but they share one characteristic I find unforgivable above all others: obliviousness. It could be argued that their self-absorption is a result of being stunned by the island's natural beauty. That's almost forgivable. Or maybe they're exhausted from overwork and have put their brains in cold storage for vacation. Or maybe they're just too hungover to perceive or respond to the existence of other human beings in their midst. Whatever the case, the only solution to the island's infestation of tourists is to make them illegal once and for all. I invite you to join me in prayerfully envisioning a day, a better, brighter day, when neither a leaf blower nor a tourist can be found within miles.